Welcome to Outside the Box.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to Outside the Box. And what is this?
Bam! Boom! That was what was in that box. It is the... I have to look at this. What is it?
The bad guy 4-pack.
The Mutant Basic Figure 4-pack. Kind of exclusive box, maybe.
I mean, you can only get it if you buy them.
You can only get this box if you buy all 4 of them. Kind of cool. So we went ahead and picked this up because it's actually a really good value. Again, these characters are by themselves around $10, but buying this, I think, was
like
$42 to get it here. So you get 4 action figures for $42. I think that's pretty good deal.
And you get like 4 racks of weapons.
And you get 4 racks of weapons. Everybody's got a weapon rack.
They don't come
Isn't that cool?
They don't come with like little turtles or like little animals.
No, they don't come with baby versions of themselves. But it's still cool. So, like we did with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we're going to unbox each one of these, take a look at them, see what we think, review them, and let you guys get familiar with the new Mutant Mayhem series. So, with that, Will, who are we opening first?
I think we should start off with the leader, Superfly, just like we did for the last video.
I think it's a great idea. So, Superfly it is.
Okay, here we have Superfly, and right away we're going to go into the packaging, and it looks really similar to the Ninja Turtle ones. I think it has the same names, not like Superfly and Leatherhead and all the other names. But there is actually something new on the clip and cut. Instead of like their skills and their dream, it says their mutant menace meter. And his is 5 mutagen cans. Those look like the cans
5
that were in
mutagen cans.
Those look like the cans that were in the turtle boxes. That might be what they are. It's gonna be down in here.
Close.
Clip and cut.
Yeah, so he's got what, 5? So just for a quick reference, let's
see what the other guys have. I mean, he is the main character, so I'd assume he has more.
Here's Rocksteady.
How much does he have?
And Rocksteady only has 3. So he only has 3 on the menace meter.
Look how big his head is.
Look how big he is. He's got a big head.
Bigger than mine.
But he's only a 3. So, which, I mean, I think Superfly would have more of a menace meter because he is the leader, right?
Well, yeah, he's the main bad guy.
He's the main bad guy. But that is kind of cool. I didn't really notice that. He's a formidable bad guy. But I think, other than that, I mean, it's... Like you said, it's kind of the same packaging. The names that were on the brick are the same. Doesn't have the characters.
Does it have Mikey though? Does it have Mikey? Well, it has all 4 of the turtles.
It has all 4 of the turtles, which is okay, but I think it would have been awesome if they had
the character.
Yeah, had the character. I mean, we know on Donatello here, his packaging, there is a full illustration of him on the side, whereas on the bad guys or the mutants, it's the 4 turtles. I mean, it is a different illustration, but I think it would have been awesome if that was like Superfly on there, you had Rocksteady and you had Bebop on the other ones, and Leatherhead. I think that would have been really awesome. You know what I just realized? We have every one of these turtles except for Master Splinter.
Why'd you call them all turtles?
I don't know. We have all these mutants except for Master Splinter.
Okay, so one thing that I noticed is I just realized this in the movie and on the back of the picture, he's not wearing his top clothes. But in the action figure, he's wearing a yellow tie, a white undershirt, and a green other shirt, which is the exact same as when they released what Baxter Stockman, like the human, looks like. Those are the exact same clothes. So maybe Superfly is actually Stockman Fly.
Yeah, I think that makes a lot of sense because I don't think there's any new characters in this movie that haven't been characters before, right?
Yeah.
Let's open them. As you know, we're going to open this nicely because we want to save the box. Fly guy. He's open. He is revealed. He looks awesome. One of his wings is not attached, but that is really cool. Let's take him apart. Get him out.
Look at him. Look how big his arm is.
His ray gun and his weapon rack.
Oh my gosh. How the heck does he stand up, bro?
Look at this guy. Okay, so own weapon rack, which is really cool. He's got different weapons.
His hand is like, he can't stand up because his hand's so big.
He's so massive, he can't stand up. I wonder if he needs his wing.
Alright, I put it together. Does it just go...
Stand up.
There's like a...
Well, that's easy. You can't mess that up.
Unless you don't know how anything works. Oh my gosh, this is such a tight fit. How does it go in there?
I feel like if we put it in there, we're not getting it back out.
I have no idea how to get this in there.
All right, so this is not as easy as it looks. We got to make sure that we get each one in there just right. Okay, so
we got it in.
We got this in. Now we got to figure out how to stand him up.
His hands are way too large. Can the claw open?
Oh, wait.
Oh, claw.
I'm going to get it. It's going to stand up. So
maybe you should put the gun in that hand. It actually would be
we
easier.
need some
weight on
weight
his other side of the
to
body.
balance them out. Okay. I have to say, not the easiest thing to stand up.
His feet are so just...
He looks kind of a little weird right now, his pose. I can kind of work on that a little bit. I feel like his leg needs to come out some. It might be a little bit better.
It looks weird.
But it does look pretty strange. Why don't we, for you guys, we're going to zoom in on this so you can kind of see it a little bit more up close. So Will's there standing up the weapons rack, and we've got Superfly here. I almost said Stockman Fly. We've got Superfly here. Okay, so first thing we noted is he's not the easiest to stand up. You could already tell his legs are pretty small, and he's got these massive arm on one side. And the smaller arm on the other, so he's a little harder to stand up. But I think he looks really cool as far as a villain. I mean, look at that.
I think he would have looked cooler if they kept his clothes, like his shirt and stuff off. I think he would have looked cooler and more accurate to the show.
Oh, okay.
Just like if he kept. I mean, if he just had the pants.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I do. It looks like it is cool to see him kind of in that like mutated stage. Like he was fully clothed as a human and then mutated into the Superfly. You can see his foot just busting through that sneaker there on his leg there. But that is cool. He's got his little blaster gun there. I'm kind of curious to see. I'm not sure what that blaster actually shoots. If it's like a laser or some other kind of ray gun kind of thing. And then we've got the weapons rack, and there is a plethora of guns. There is this that looks like a gun there at the bottom. I think some kind of gun weapon. You've got the flask there with the like looks like some kind of like concoction coming out of it, and then we've got this like it looks like a fly trap, like Will had said, or like a fly swatter, but it has a turtle. It has a turtle on it. No,
that's the turtle that came before the other ones that we got in the actual packages of the Ninja Turtles.
Oh, okay.
That's the super.
And then we got some test tubes there in a little corral there, but really cool. And I think as far as a new villain, a new take, let's say this is a new take on Stockman Fly, I think it's a really good one. Don't you think, bud?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like this one.
The translucent wings are awesome as well, the yellow wings, and they snap right into the back. Why don't we turn them around so you guys can see the back of him. Now, he's standing kind of weird. Like, when you look at him from the back, he looks like he's going to fall over. I'm not sure. I could kind of mess with that a little bit, but it seemed like his legs just naturally kind of sat in that position, and he's standing up. But he is still looks pretty sweet. I think he looks way more menacing from the front side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is really funny. I think next we're going to have to move on and open another one. I don't know who you want to open next, but...
We should open Rocksteady.
That is cool. I think Baxter Stockman, Superfly, I'm going to keep saying that. A really cool character. I love the interpretation of him as a villain in this movie. Can't wait to see him in the movie. I think it's going to be really cool.
I can't wait to see if he actually is Baxter Stockman.
That's true, yeah. Is he Baxter Stockman? I have to think he is. But anyway, it's really cool. Okay, so next you want to open... Rocksteady. Let's do it. Rocksteady. All right, again, he is so big that his arm is still detached. I guess, that happens, but let's see. Let's go ahead and get that out of there. Oh wow, I love. Okay, all right, we're gonna have to put Superfly over here.
I'm putting his arm in. Yeah, this thing is so hard to get. I don't know if I'm gonna get it. We don't have to do it.
All right, there we go. Got his arm in.
Look at his head.
Oh my gosh, that is so hilarious. Wow. Okay, so no problem standing him up. That was so easy. I didn't have to do anything. He stood right up. But let's zoom in and see what we got.
I'm surprised he doesn't fall over like this.
You know, when I first saw the illustrations, I think both of us were like, man, that guy has got a massive head. And it is a massive head. And it kind of swivels interesting. Will, why don't you just turn his head and let's see what we got. Look at that. It's swiveling.
Where's your skin, buddy?
It's swiveling underneath. You can see where it normally sits back there, but it's swiveling right below his jaw there.
I say we just keep his head like
within there. Just keep it straight. But it's still pretty cool. He's very easy to stand up. He carries some of the sort of ideas from the original Rocksteady. I mean, obviously he's a rhino, but he's got the weaponry that you would expect. His pants are camo. I mean, there's a little bit of camo going on there. It's not superly overdone like you would see, but it's still really cool. And then he's got a bandolier of ammunition around him. And then I think he also has some kind of tattoos on him.
I think there might be hair.
Is that hair?
I mean, I'm assuming. That's a really wacky tattoo.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, that might be hair. So Will's right. That is probably hair on his arm painted black.
Which honestly, I'm surprised they painted it. I feel like they would have just left it gray.
That's true, right? He's also got, looks like a gold tooth there.
Wait, really?
Yeah, or like steel teeth on either side, that back tooth on both sides. Really, really cool. And then we've got his weapon rack. Again, he's got a massive blaster at the top, a huge sledgehammer. He's got the manhole cover shield that he can hold, and then a knife. That's a really cool weapons rack. I really think that actually is probably one of my favorite weapons rack. I like the shield as an addition to it, but that was cool. I think Rocksteady looks really cool. His head is massive, but he is a rhino. He stands up really easily, which is nice for the play value. Not a lot of articulation with this guy as compared to Superfly over there, but his arms, his hands still twist. His head has that weird sort of rotation. He's got some bend here at his elbow and his shoulders. He's got the ball joint, and then his hips both have ball joints, and then here his feet do not swivel. So the swivel action is that's a swiveled action ball joint in his. All right, so who are we opening next? Leatherhead.
We got a pink one here. I want to read the back.
Okay, Will wants to read the back on this one. So each one of the characters has a little bit of a storyline on the back of the boxes, but Will's going to check out Leatherhead's right here. It says Leatherhead Rock and Croc. All right, let's get this dude out. Okay, so this totally reminds me of my Leatherhead, and really what's giving it away is the hat and just the garb he's got on. So he's got waders on.
I don't like how they made his arms and legs so skinny, though. I feel like, come on, look, he's so scrawny.
He's so scrawny. Yeah.
He's literally less buff than the turtle.
Dude, he's got like night vision goggles on. That's pretty sweet.
What?
Look at his little shotgun here too. It's a double barrel sawed off shotgun. That is really kind of cool.
How do you get the tail? Oh, there you go. I was like, how do you get the tail to go back? It's not. We got it.
You got it. Okay, so
he
again,
looks weird.
Weird. Okay, weird, but easy to stand. Look, holster, boom. I can put the double barrel gun in there. I think, or maybe I'm supposed to put something else in there.
Is that a fishing pole?
So this is really a unique take on Leatherhead. Definitely has vibes from the 1980 to 90s versions, the original TMNT when Leatherhead was introduced, obviously with the hat and stuff. But he is a little bit smaller and thinner with his arms and his legs, but he's still a crocodile. He's got his gun, and his gun will fit in both arms. He's got night vision goggles, which are really kind of sweet. And he's got a cool weapons rack. So why don't we zoom in and check out this guy. Leatherhead. Here is Leatherhead. You can see Rocksteady in the background there. But Leatherhead, I think there's a lot of detail going on here that is really cool. You can obviously see the skin tone, the painting from the green to the light under his jaw. You can see his jacket, his almost like a fishing jacket. It looks like he's wearing like waders, boots, and the belt that's holding it all up. And then he also has on him a holster on the back. Whoops, I knocked that over. For his weapon. He also looks like he's wearing night vision goggles so he can see. Or maybe those are just goggles so he can see in general, but it's pretty funny. And he's got the cool hat with the teeth motif going around it. Really cool, really cool. Love that. And then if we look closely at the weapons rack, we've got some more guns. We've got what looks like a fishing rod of some sort, and then a bear trap. The bear trap is really cool there. This is really kind of fun.
I think he looks weird, bro.
Will thinks he looks weird because your Leatherhead
looks cool.
Almost looks like Killer Croc from Batman.
This is literally, he's not wearing any clothes, and he's literally a monster.
He's literally a monster, a giant alligator that's smart and can talk.
Yeah, but the action figure's like 2'2".
Yeah, well, that is really, really cool. All right, so I think we've got only one more to open, and that would be
Bebop. Rocksteady's partner.
All right, so Wes has decided to join us.
Yes.
Coming in on the very last one we opened.
Like he does.
Like he does. He knows that we're opening Bebop, and I think he's pretty excited about it. Plus, he wanted to see these other characters and check them out.
I think his favorite's Superfly.
I think so too.
My favorite's Rocksteady.
Rocksteady? You like Rocksteady? I think Rocksteady's pretty cool.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay, well, let's open Bebop and let's see what you think.
Is that a trash can lid shield or a sewer shield?
Trash can looks like a trash can lid. So probably not as good of a shield as a manhole cover would be, but you know.
Why, did someone else get a shield?
He is in there.
John Cena. I'm pretty sure the voice actor for this guy has John Cena.
Yeah, John Cena. I think this is Seth Rogen is the voice actor for Bebop. Oh, wow.
Leatherhead? That should be like a Leatherhead from the Nickelodeon.
I wonder in the Mutant Mayhem if they'll have backstories for these guys.
This guy was Steranko, right, in my series.
Yes.
He's Baxter Stockman, meaning that if that, then like we already know that. Maybe. This guy was Zek, the laser shooting pig, or not pig, laser shooting
human.
Yeah.
That is sweet. Look at this. Okay, we have got. Let me get him out of the way. We're gonna do a zoom in of this guy. We're gonna talk about his weapon rack and how cool he looks. Look at Bebop there. He's got his belly ring in. He's got the turtle shell shoulder pads, and he's got his iconic purple glasses and the hair. He always had what I thought was like a mohawk down the middle. Again, he is that pig warthog. He's got his spiked bracelets on either arm, and then the back of him, you can see in the molding here. It might be hard to tell, but he's got this chain molded into him, almost like his belt that's holding up his pants. And he's also got Chuck Taylors on. I'm going to say these are Chuck Taylors, the shoes, and he's got knee pads on one. He's got a knee pad on one of his knees. That is really awesome. And hey, what does his tattoo say?
Wow. Or mom upside down.
Wow.
Wow.
Does it say wow or mom upside down? Wow, that's cool. Classic gun with the drill tip on it. The drill gun, as we call it, but that is really cool. And he doesn't just have one drill gun.
He has a small pistol.
He has a small pistol drill gun and a giant. What looks like it was like a bat or a club that's wrapped in
barbed
wire or something to make it a little more menacing. And then
he has a machete.
He has a massive knife. And a shield that's a trash can, which I have to say I think Rocksteady has the better shield of the two. But I can't remember who was smarter in the show. Was it Rocksteady or Bebop? Or were they both?
I think it was pretty dumb.
But in the 1987 series and 90s, these guys were pretty much clumsy oafs that somehow managed to
not die.
Or managed to somehow survive the Turtles and Shredder all at the same time. But that is cool. I love this character. I love the rendition of him. It's fun.
Standing. Oh, we got him.
We got him all standing, kind of. This one obviously Superfly's a little bit more of a challenge. Wes got him. Sweet.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I'm loving these characters. I actually think Personally, I think I'm liking these guys better than the turtles.
I think Mikey
Yeah,
is the
these
hardest to stand up.
I think Mikey is hard to stand up. Turtles, I think I know what I'm going to expect, but the villains, especially Superfly, I didn't know what we were getting. They all come with weapon racks, which are awesome. Lots of weapons. So these are things that will probably get lost, but you know, try not to. But really cool. So boys, Wes, who's your favorite of these four? Bebop? I think that was a great choice. I do like Bebop. Okay, so Will, who's your favorite?
It's really hard because I don't have Bebop from my series, and I like this Bebop better because he looks more like a pig. But I really like Superfly's coloring, and I think he looks really cool. So as much as I like Bebop, I think I'm going to have to go with Superfly on this
All
one.
right, okay, that's a good choice as well. I think Superfly is cool too. These are really awesome. I think you get a lot of enjoyment out of playing with these.
Why does he have a shoot through his leg?
Well, it's like we were just saying with Will, it's almost like he was dressed and he just mutated and his leg just shot through his shoe as he was turning into this fly. Well, that was awesome. Thanks for watching. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Love to know if you like any of these characters, if you started to collect these, and what characters or action figures you're looking forward to. Because we do know that we've got, what, Mondo Gecko, Ray Fillet, Genghis Frog, April. I feel like there's another character, but there are other characters that we have yet to see the action figures for. So, any other thoughts, boys?
No.
No? Well, guys, thanks for watching, and until then,
We'll catch you on the next one.